Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever-loving host, Shorty. And today I'm doing what I've done so many times now. And if this is the first video review you're watching me for whatever reason, you're probably thinking, really? Jeff Lemire? But I've heard good things. Yes, I know. Jeff Lemire. I've reviewed an awful lot by him. And I'm constantly pushing to try and find the reason why so many people rave about him. It's not that I think he's bad. He is certainly not a bad writer. I just don't think I see what makes people such fans of his. There's a lot of writers out there which I will not criticize for being bad writers because they're not, but they're also not amazing enough to make me want to grab hold of them. Jeff Rosenberg jumped to mind straight away then. Don't know why. Honestly, it might have been something I've read recently. But there are always going to be that creator who can turn up and do the job and do it perfectly adequately, day in, day out, week in, week out, constantly putting out things which are interesting or worth reading, but not necessarily the kind of stuff which I'm going to grab hold of and go, oh my God, this is amazing. And the reason I don't know why it's Jeff Lemire, maybe it's just the store I run has a lot of Jeff Lemire fans, I don't know. But in the grand scheme of things, I see a lot of people who will buy anything with his name on, and I'm always like, what are you seeing that I'm not? And I'm constantly looking for it. So today, I'm going to review Mazebook, new one from Dark Horse Comics by the man himself, doing both art and writing. So I get the full Jeff Lemire today. And I've got to say straight away, there's a lot I like about this. There's some quite early looking bits and pieces where he uses page layout and a repetitive structure and style, which remind me of Tom King's Miracle Man to a certain degree, basically using form as part of the story and using it to show the danger of repetition within a life where there's nothing else going on. This is a story of a man who's lost his daughter, an 11-year-old girl, which we imagine she has died in some kind of odd circumstances. Don't really get far much about that. And he's basically just going through his life, and his repetitious nature of just trying to get through the day each and every day is pushing people away. It's more harmful than not. He's not doing the same thing over and over again out of a sense that it's good for him. It's just he can't think of anything else to do, and it's been bad for him. You get several examples of people trying to reach out to him and trying to put something in his life that's going to be more than just the repetition, because they can tell that he's hurting, but nothing gets through. There are occasional moments where there's even little bits between the guttering and the paneling of the pages which show that there might be a chance to break into that cycle. Little bits and pieces where it goes against type, against the standard 9 or 6 panel page grid. But they are just little bits and pieces. One of them I almost missed entirely, just a tiny little bit where it jumps from page to page, and in the guttering they just use a clear line through, almost like if you're following a maze through. It's just one little thing, and then maybe go through and check again if it's in it. There's one other, but that's it. The rest of the time it's not there. It shouldn't be. That is part of it. They are showing that there is a break to this structure that he's given himself that's possible, but he doesn't see it yet. That's a really, really nice idea. The artwork is the kind of style I really like. It's kind of simplistic, simple, sweeping lines, sometimes overused in my opinion. There's a couple of bits where you get some close-up of faces, and he's clearly trying to show age, but without doing the detail of like a crochet around the eyes and laugh lines on the face. It's just an occasional extra like jagged line across the face to kind of show that there is a crease there, where I'm not entirely sure like creases would naturally occur in a face. I'm going to be curious what expressions this person has been pulling to leave those creases in his face. But other than that, I really quite like it. There is excellent use of coloring. For the most part, it is just gray and beige brown washes over inks, just using slightly darker shades for shading, and that's it. But then you get the splashes of red where he's remembering his daughter's red jumper, and that color bleeds in and out quite effectively. It does show again that change to the boring structure and monotony that he's made himself, that the splash of color is the thing that might be able to drag him out of it. The fact that the child died or disappeared in unusual circumstances is heavily hinted at, but you don't really get much of a sense of why. And I think that is what's going to be leading on to the next issue, because you get a tail end bit where something unexpected happens. There is, I don't necessarily say a twist, but an unexpected occurrence, and it could lead you down a different path. All these things, when put together, could be brilliant, and I think they can be brilliant, but there's still a slight spark missing. I got to the end and thought, that's a real interesting comic book. It looks brilliant. It's well written. I'm sure what happens next is going to be exciting, and it's going to build on this story, on this world. Clearly, the fact that he's doing his own art means he can use that art to tell the exact story he wants to tell. But at no point between me finishing the comic book and starting this video, so roughly 10 minutes, have I thought to myself, I will read the next issue. Thought didn't even occur to me. It was just, that was a fun thing to read. It was interesting. It gave me some things to talk about. But there's something that's not there. And as a reviewer, I'm going to fail a little bit here because honestly, I'm struggling to tell you exactly what it is. Maybe it's a sum of the parts thing. I don't know. But I'm just once again inches away from seeing what everyone else sees. Who knows? Maybe next time, Jeff. But that's it for me this week. I'll be back on Tuesday for New Comic Book Day. Until then, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.